Hello guys, and welcome to day 24. We're finally on the last one. So this session's just gonna keep it fun, keep it fluid. So just have your blocks and your straps and using the videos that you've been following to your setting and your capabilities. Use them as you will. So we're just going to do some sun salutations for the beginning, and then we're just going to go ahead and follow on through. So if you come to the end of your mat, and we're going to just stand up nice and tall, tailbone tucked in, navel to spine, palms to either side, chin parallel to the mat, and we're going to go into mountain's pose, which is Tadasana. And we're going to just nicely inhale, soften the knees if you need to. Filling in that lung space and release. Next inhale, raise the hands. I'm going to try and keep the pace this time, guys. If you can, follow me. Pause the video whenever you want to. Exhale, lower down into halfway fold. Lovely. Release further to the floor into your first full fold. Walk the hands out into high plank or on your knees. From here, we're going to lower the torso down. Raise on up into Cobra. Inhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back into your first down dog. Settle here, maybe pedal out the hamstrings. Find a nice little motion. Move the hips, move the torso. Figure eight, maybe. Just a little movement, waking up the legs. And then find yourself back into a still down dog. Lovely. Roll the torso over to your hands and hover into upward dog. Send the hips back into down dog. Settle through, and if you want to challenge, you can either walk the legs towards your hands or give a little bunny hop. Full fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, lower down. And slowly come back up. Arms overhead. Inhale, cactus hands down. Exhale, lowering into Tadasana. Lovely. We're going to do that a couple of more times. Come to the end of your mat. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, lower halfway down. Full fold this time. Release, plant the hands. Step the feet back. And lower into Cobra. Push your torso up. Inhale. Shoulders away from ears. Tuck the toes, send the hips back. And find yourself in another down dog position. Again, you can settle here or pedal out. Soften the knees. You want to lengthen your spine. Bring the weight over, shift it over to your hands and hover into upward facing dog. Send the hips back into down dog. Inhale. Lower the knees if you want to and bunny hop. Full fold. Inhale, rise on up. Release it down. And bring yourself back up slowly. Head coming up last. Inhale. Cactus hands back with the elbows, tensing and drawing in those shoulder blades behind you. As you release your breath into Tadasana. One more time with me. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, lower down, halfway fold. Hover here for a little bit longer. Lift the toes, all 10, for an extra bit of challenge. And keep them up the toes if you wish to, and come into a full fold. Wrap the hands behind the calves and your shins. Tuck the elbows close to either side of your legs. Keeping chest and thighs knitted and close together. 80% of your weight should be in your heel position, and you're just sending your hips up. Remembering to breathe, keeping your spine nice and long. Wonderful. Plant the hands down, step back into high plank. Reposition if you need to. Lower the torso down. Exhale. Inhale. Raise on up. Remove the shoulders from your ears. Slide your elbows and shoulder blades down. Tuck your toes. Send the hips back into downward dog. Perhaps now you're finding that your heels are touching the floor. Don't worry if your knees are bent, that's perfectly okay. Perhaps you still want to keep pedaling out, you don't have to be still. And finding this downward dog pose more relaxing now. Pushing away with the earth with your hands, nice and spread. Bring your weight over to your wrists with your torso and hover into upward dog. Exhale, push the hips back into down dog. Inhale, roll the spine into dipping the hips, upward facing dog, staying on the tippy toes. Again, shoulders away from your ears, pushing the hips back into downward dog. And then walk on up to your hands, or bunny up. And bring yourself into full fold. Same technique as we did on our way down. Bring the hands behind our calves. Tuck the elbows closer in. Bring chest and thighs together. Keep them glued and send the hips up. Keep that spine nice and long. Lift all 10 toes. Fabulous. Keeping that muscle activation, guys. Remember to breathe. Focusing in on your breath. Releasing the weight from your spine. And then just lower the toes. Come halfway up. Nice and gentle. Hover here. Perhaps you want hands on hips. Keeping that spine and torso nice and straight. If you can, try and straighten the legs if you can. Don't worry if you can't, just soften them to where you need to. And then lower on down, release, and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, bring yourself back up. Inhale, hands overhead. Cactus hands down. As you exhale, tensing and bringing those shoulders and biceps into contraction. And coming into your Tadasana. And just stay here a moment. Remembering to tailbone tuck in, navel to spine, keep that core nice and strong. Shoulders relaxed and down. Palms facing forward. Chin not tucked to your chest, not up to the sky, but parallel to the mat. Deep inhales through the nostrils and out through the nostrils, or if you're congested, out through the mouth. Taking a moment here, sensing the legs and then maybe the shoulders and the warmth and the tingling. And then what you're going to do is just center yourself back into the middle of your mat. And we're just going to take a nice few fluid flows. And we're going to bring our right leg up, and just bring the arms out, raising the foot as you do. Bring it back as a pendulum effect and come into warrior 3, but bring your hands back if you want to. Otherwise, you can still have them forward if you'd like, whatever balance suits you best. Pendulum back forward and bring yourself and the leg facing forward. Exhale, lower down. Stay with me, guys. Try not to touch the floor if you can, but obviously if you need to land the foot, please do so. Ooh, even I'm wobbling. Bring the foot forward. One more time. Your left leg should be saying hello. Even I'm wobbling. Just laugh it off. Get back in and go back with your legs and arms, remembering to breathe. On the next round, we're bringing our hands to the ceiling, knees following the hands upright, and then we're going to bring the leg over to our left thigh and sit down into it as if we're sitting into chair pose. So a figure of 4, finding that nice balance. Your left leg should be nice and warm, as well as stretching the glutes in the right, perhaps the sciatica area, lower back, and then raise on up, hands in prayer, and lower the foot. Woo, she was a beauty. Shake it up. And from here, we're going to do the opposite side, so stay with me, guys. So plant the right foot in with your left, so bringing hands and left foot forward, and then pendulum back with control, using your breath. Try not to touch the ground if you can. Nice. And again, pendulum forward with arms and legs. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, release. Remember to use your breath, find the rhythm of movement, and exhaling and releasing, inhaling and releasing breath as you move into each position. One last time, bring it back. Try not to touch the floor. Keep the mind strong, keep the body strong. You are strong. And then with that forward motion, bring the hands to the ceiling, bring the knee to follow. And then what we're going to do is place it over our right leg and then come into that chair figure of 4 effect again. If you're wobbling, don't worry, think strong thoughts. If you fall out of it, just get back in. Have fun. Woo, and lower on down. Shake it off, guys. Lovely. I don't know about you, but strength and stamina and just the dynamic of doing this for 24 days, I've noticed it. So I'm sure you guys have too. So let's just do a forward fold here. Bringing your torso and head coming down. And what we're going to do is just pedal out by just bringing one heel up, dropping it down, rising the other opposite, and just stretching out the hamstrings, the calves. Lovely. From here, just roll it back on up. Whew, nice. Let's just step the right foot forward, send the left foot back. We're going into a triangle pose. So arms can stay behind your hips, or you can have them on your hips, wherever feels natural. And you're just going to follow down with your chest and torso and just come down to where your body naturally stops without putting strain in the back of your right leg. Now, if you want to, you can add some more challenge by bringing the hands into a clasp behind you and then just bringing your shoulders up like so. The closer your palms are together, the harder it is to rise the shoulders. Rise the hands. But just go with your ability, your flow, and remember to breathe as you do so. As you exhale, release, bend the knee, just come into a high lunge. Sending the arms back further if you want to. Wonderful. Pivot the heel from behind your left heel. Come into warrior two. Stack your knee over your ankle, keeping core strong, thighs in activation. Hips want to be facing forward and chest also looking down your right arm. Keep that nice warrior posture, nice and strong. Hold there. Bring the left arm, slide it down the left leg, raising the right arm overhead into humble warrior. Exhale, lower down. Come in over with your left arm. Whoop. Be careful of balance. Right arm is either leaning on the knee, or if you want to come down to your ankle, do so, or if you're on the floor, but just remember to keep your torso and shoulders stacked on top of one another. Be careful of your balance points here, and then release, coming back, cartwheeling into warrior two. Bring the foot together. Lovely. Keep the left foot where it is. Step the right back to where it feels comfortable. So going into a triangle. And again, keep your hands on your hips or bring the hands back. Bring the torso down. Exhale. And find the rhythm of your breath. You'll always find that one side is better than the other. Trying to keep that knee straight out in front of you, driving away with your right foot. And then when you're ready, just bring your head lower down and raise the hands. Nice little shoulder stretch, as well as activating some balance and stretching out the hamstring. Lovely. Bring yourself up nice and slowly. Pivot the right foot into warrior two. Again, keep that stance nice and strong. Hips want to be facing forward alongside with your chest. Your quads are nice and tight and activate your glutes engaged. Core engaged and looking down your left arm. Keep a nice strong stance. Nice deep breaths in and release. Slide back with your left arm overhead into humble warrior. Give a nice side stretch all along the ribs into your obliques, lordosis. Come down, cartwheeling the hands. Again, stretching over with your right arm this time. Now you may be here or you may be down here. Go with your balance and flexibility, but remembering to stack shoulders Not over leaning back, not over leaning forward, but trying to keep straight and stacked in torso and shoulder on top of shoulder. Remembering to breathe, keeping your core strong, balance strong, and then bring yourself back into warrior two. Lovely. And then bring yourself back into mountains pose. Lovely. Shake it out, find a nice comfortable spot. Inhale and exhale. From here we're going to lower on down. So we're coming into a chair pose. And hold it here. Nice and strong. If you want a bit more of a challenge, come up onto your tippy toes. Try not to fall into the TV is all I'm thinking. I will have it in the neck with my partner if I break this TV. And lower the heels, and then we're going to just sit on down into it and sit on our bottoms. With control, reposition if need be. And from here, we're just going into boat. So we're going to bring your block underneath your toes if you want to toe tap. Otherwise, feet halfway, or if you can, full leg straight, and you can bring your arms up also, or follow me. Keep that core strong. Remembering to breathe, remembering to smile. Think how good you'll feel after this. That's what I love about yoga. It's just training the body and mind to be a unit. And then afterwards, feel great. Keep it nice and core and strong. And then lower if you can with control. And flatten the torso. Wonderful. Bring your left knee to your chest. That's just make circular movements with our knee, and then just go the opposite way. Just wake up the hip a second, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the knee to the outside of our ribs. And what we're going to do, you can either hold your leggings, you can hold the instep, you can hold toe, or outside. I prefer to use the instep. And then we're just going to keep this leg straight, flex the toes, and just send the knee down towards gravity and on the outside of the left ribs. Have a baby, and just nicely awakening the inside of the muscles of the thigh, and then obviously the joint in the hip as well. Remember, nice deep breaths as you do, keeping that tension and flexion in your right leg. Don't forget it. And then what we're going to do, we're going to just let go and release it down with control. Add some nice core activation. Send the right leg up. And again, we're going to just draw circles with our knee. And do the opposite way. And then when you find that you're ready, grab the foot where you want to and send the knee towards gravity on the outside of your ribs, towards the armpit, and trying to put a push effect in your foot and a pull effect with your hand, and remember to flex your toe in your left, and keep that tension there. Lots to think about, including the breath. The mind shouldn't wander. Again, remember to smile. You can use a strap also for this if you wish to. Pause the video and come back. Or remember for the next time you want to see this video. And then just release, come out of it with control by lowering the leg down. Plant both feet on the floor a second and just wish-wash that out. Side to side. Nice. Just bring 2 knees back to center and then come towards your chest, giving them a nice little hug. Maybe you want to rock from side to side, just massaging the lower back towards the sides of the hips, all the nice fleshy bits, using the floor and the mat and the weight of your own body to just nicely and gently massage. Fabulous. And from here we'll go into full happy baby. Just grab the feet from the toes, from your leggings again, or maybe perhaps on the outer steps of your feet, and you're just gonna again be a happy baby. And you maybe want to play with some movement by rocking side to side, opening one leg, rocking over to the other side, and then just following that motion with your breath. Perhaps you want to be still, and the same effect, you're pushing your knees towards your armpits, but again you kind of want, I'm taking my tailbone off here, but you kind of want to bring your spine completely flat to the ground as possible. So you're drawing your hips down from your tailbone, and then you just again rocking either side to side, being a happy baby. Lovely. And then bring them back together, bring the knees down towards the chest, release them further down, plant the feet. To counteract this, we're just going into a little bridge. So we'll plant the feet, we're going to send our hips up. You want your hips and your ankles as close as possible, and then you're going to rise on up, and our chin is going to come to chest, and our shoulders are going to be the pressure points. Excuse me. Oh, pressure points. Keep holding, guys. Do apologize. Pressure points to bear our weight, as well as our feet. Hands can come to your ankles, perhaps. Maybe you want to just support your hips a bit. But the aim is to bring our knees together as if you're squeezing a nice, if you want to put a ball, you can squeeze the ball. If you want to squeeze some blocks, that's fine. But the aim is to imagine drawing the knees, glutes are really fired up, the quads are fired up. Keep that core nice and strong. And what we're going to do is just lower down. Don't touch the floor. Rise on up. Lower down. Release your breath. Inhale, back up. Lower down. One more time. Rise up. And lower. Lovely. And just rest. Let's bring our feet down, our body in complete, nice relaxation. And just feel how good the body feels, the warmth that you can find within the muscles, perhaps some tingling. Maybe you want to close your eyes, focus in on your breath. Catch your breath, and then in 3, 2, 1, I will count, and then we're going to go into a box breath session. So in 3, 2, 1, inhale. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. One more round. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Find your own rhythm of breath. Feeling more relaxed, more melted into the mat. Perhaps you want a blanket, cozy on up, pillow for behind your head, maybe some aromas or a candle if you've got it at home. Just find a setting, find some music perhaps, and just pause it if you haven't got this moment with everything into hand. Come back, just find a moment for yourself. Watching how your chest rises and falls with each breath. And noticing my forearms nice and warm. My calves are tingly and warm. Core feels activated. Mind is soothed. My jaw is relaxed. And I'd like to invite you to do the same. Smoothing out the muscles of the head, relaxing your tongue, your jaw, melting the shoulder tension even further out to the universe, and just finding them softening. Your hands are softening. Your torso, the stomach, all softening and melting away further into relaxation. The hips feel soothed. Thighs feel warm. And you're just gonna soften the knees even further. Perhaps you want to give them a little wiggle. Taking a breath and releasing as you do so, just to go deeper into this relaxation. Your shins are starting to relax further, following down to your ankles. Just a nice wrap around warmth. Maybe wiggle your toes, just release any tension stored. All together, you're just in this moment, in this space, fully relaxed. Offering you some nice deep breaths in and out as you do lay in this space. And if you wish to stay here further, please do so, but if not, I'm just going to ask you to gently come up to your mat and sit in a seated position. Thank you so much, guys, for this 24 challenge. I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed doing this daily challenge. I know there's been a few days where I've been ill and what have you, but honestly, it's been great, this January challenge. I am going to keep up with videos uploading. As for daily, I think is going to lessen, but I don't know what days yet are best suited, so bear with me. I will keep you all updated somehow on Instagram, Facebook, or if I can do it on here, I shall. I'm gonna get into shorts as well for just a bit more shorter videos. But otherwise, I've loved having this session and challenge with you all. Absolutely gutted in a way, but all things have to end. So if you have enjoyed it and you've been with me throughout, thank you so much. Just give me a like and a comment. What was the best video? What part? Have I taught better as well throughout these videos? I feel like for my first video, my teaching and nerves have like settled. I was so, what's it called, wanting to be flawless with my first video. It just got to the point where I was like, actually, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, but thank you so much again. I honestly can't thank you enough for everyone who is following me and subscribing and what have you, and I appreciate yous. Look out for the next videos. I don't know when it is yet, but you follow and you'll get an update, I'm sure. But yeah, much love guys, thank you so much.